how do you know that it's not being provided? What evidence have you got that it's not been provided? I mean, yes, you can go and request a costed provision map to see where the provision should be being made. But this is the difficulty, is at what point are you able to evidence as a parent that they're not putting in everything in section F? Now, I'm not saying for a minute that what you're saying is not true, but we have to be the devil's advocate here, because this is what they're going to turn around and say to you.
Yeah, it's evidence-based. It's back to the, you know it, you've explained it to me, I believe you, but that doesn't make it evidence. Evidence is what an independent professional says. However, it does depend on the situation, because hypothetically, and I think I am talking in an ideal world, if there is another special school down the road that I feel can meet needs, that says they can meet needs and has space, it's a piece of cake. You call an annual review, or you name it as your parental preference, and the local authority have to change to that school as long as your school has a space, can meet needs, and is no more expensive than the current school. So it does depend. But, you know, I don't think there's many maintained special school places just sitting there waiting for parents, are there? But hypothetically, that's what the law says. So if that's not the case, you are still going to have to get an annual review. Either wait till the next one, or you're going to have to persuade the school or the local authority to do an early annual review. You're going to have to name your parental preference of a different school. The local authority are going to have to refuse that, which they almost certainly will, and carry on naming the current special school. And then you are going to have to go through the lengthy appeal process of 10 months, gathering your evidence along the way, because you're in a special school, so you cannot withdraw to Electively Home Educate. That's not an option. Well, you can, but you can't just do it. You've got to get the local authority's permission. So you could consider elective home education, in which case you would have to request that from the local authority, and they could either agree or refuse. The only other option that I can see you've got is to request EOTAS. And if you're requesting EOTAS, education other than at school, it would be the same process. You'd have to have an annual review, you'd have to request EOTAS, local authority would almost certainly say no, and then you would have to appeal for EOTAS with your evidence. So realistically, appealing is going to be the way forward.